Hi, I'm Corin Nemec, and you are listening to Geeks Out on Joy.
You are with Miranda and Clayton, and right now we're traveling back to 1997 with the X-Men, of course, the revival series of the old cartoon that Clayton, you and I grew up with.
Oh, yes.
That was well in our adolescence.
That was my introduction to the X-Men.
That was my introduction to the X-Men as well. And now, it was revived a couple of years ago. It's in its second season now. And we're 4 episodes in.
Yes.
Really enjoying it. We have a quick trailer for X-Men 97 right now.
It's hard to believe what's not waiting for me. Someone I lost. Someone special.
The X-Men are scattered through time. In the past, from the start of Apocalypse's reign, to the future at the height of his rule.
The X-Men. I must strike them at their most vulnerable. The 1990s.
Jeez, could have at least bought me a drink first.
X-Men back to the 90s.
You fight a battle that cannot be won against the dawn of an age that cannot be stopped.
This isn't just about us. It's about everyone we've lost.
From the beginning of time to the reaches of tomorrow, we stand together, right here, right now. I believe in the X-Men.
We're back, baby.
I really love that they really have to just drop in there the ominous back to the 90s. Twice.
Yeah.
At least twice in the show, as if to remind, as if that's some special time in history. I guess it was for some of us. Nostalgia.
If those of us who likes the X-Men, sure.
But the 90s were important. Of course, that is X-Men 97, based on the comics by Jack Kirby and Stan Lee and many, many others who've contributed through the years. To save the 90s from Apocalypse's destructive plans, Forge and Bishop must reach out across time to rescue the X-Men from both the distant past and the far future. Clayton, I just want to say, I've really been enjoying this revival. Season 1 was great. I was a little disappointed by the last 2 episodes, but that's because Charles Xavier came back and I always think Charles Xavier's pacifism peace thing, in this day and age, in 2026, it feels very pithy.
That's fair.
And so I know that it kind of felt a bit weak, especially after we had an entire first season, at least 8 episodes, talking about revolution and resistance, and even the line Magneto was right.
Yes. And from my point of view, I think there's a line between Magneto and Charles that would probably be the right point to go. But it definitely felt a little bit silly to come back to Charles again. Something
I really love is that we do bring in Magneto as a member of the X-Men as well. There's an old saying in comics, I know, Venom became a hero because he became too popular. Magneto stopped being a villain because he was right.
Yeah, and look, the experiences that Magneto as a character has had in his life definitely inform who he is as a character, and that's a very important part of any form of him on TV and film.
Absolutely, and he's fascinating to watch. One thing I love about X-Men as well, in this revival as well, I feel like it knows who its audience is. It's not trying to appeal to a younger audience. It's very much like, like the people who are there, the people who loved it, and it's matured with us, and we've got this very tight narrative scope that in the first season was fit into 10 episodes. In this one, it's going to be 9 episodes, and there's always a sense of progression. And what's more is I feel that the X-Men have more room as characters to take big bombastic swings more than the Avengers can take, for example, because they are such morally complex characters.
So this is what I wrote. In the show deeply understands that its audience were children when the original series came out, and that they are now grown-ups and have modified to suit. So basically the same thing you just said, which we both agree.
I think I also just want to say, as like as part of my own fandom and my own enjoyment of the X-Men, I am really enjoying the fact that it has taken a season and a half for us to actually be bothered to do a Wolverine-centric episode. Because I feel like Deadpool, like Batman, he's one of those characters that has just saturated comic book media, and I'm just over them, and I could never see them again, and that would be fine. I know some people love them, and that's all fine, but me, I'm just like, give the spotlight to some other folks. And we are seeing a lot of that in this series as well.
There's a lot of characters, which is my minor issue with the series, is that there is so many characters now that we don't get enough time with any one character. But I agree that I'm done with Wolverine for now. Like, we've seen enough. Time to worry about some other people.
It's funny because now in this season we've got 3 full teams that are happening, plus and that's not mentioning the X-Men that have been split off to the past and the future as well. But like in the 90s, the X-Men were huge. They made a lot of spin-off books. Now you have X-Factor and X-Force in there as well. I do like the series has finally explained what Cable is all about. They did that in season 1. He just showed up in the old series and it's like, who's this random guy with the metal arm?
And it's great that we've actually got that full backstory on him. That has been really good.
I also really like that we've got some tight sci-fi in here as well, because we've got this story to do with Apocalypse, who I never really liked him as a villain, but now we see him with a man bun in ancient Egypt, and suddenly, that changes for me, and I'm like, I think I'm into this.
Well, Apocalypse has always been a really one-note villain. Like, I'm the most powerful mutant ever. I'm just going to take everybody over. Here, have some Hellspin. And here we've actually got to see some nuance to that character and some really interesting levels to how he became what he is.
And we see this lovely little predestination paradox going on, and can the X-Men break that? And I know, just absolutely beautiful. And it's just delicious sci-fi cheese all the way through, with so much character melodrama.
Well, this modern Saturday morning cartoon has a lot more feelings for the characters than like 90% of the MCU. Like, I feel so much for these characters, and I love them so much. And also I loved them when I was a kid, particularly Rogue and Storm and, female superheroes again. But it's my jam. I'm just going with it. But yeah, I just really am so interested in what's happening here. And if I compare it to the MCU, which this is not a part of, it's just not as interesting, the MCU, as this. And this is a Saturday morning cartoon.
I do have to put you on the spot right now, Clayton, and ask you the $1 million question. Who is your favorite X-Man, and why isn't it Storm?
Well, look, Storm is very close, but I've always been a Rogue person, so I love Rogue.
That's fair enough. They're all pretty great. I just think if somebody says Wolverine, I kind of think you're a bit boring.
Yeah.
That's okay. You're allowed to be wrong, audience.
I really like this version of Rogue is different to others, but I really like how she got her powers in this as well. Like apart from her sucking life out of things, how she got her flight and all that sort of stuff in the original series. They explain that.
That's the comic accurate.
It is a comic accurate, is it? Okay, yeah, cool.
Because this series, most of it, they have taken a couple of liberties, but the old series in the 90s lifted directly from the comics, and you see a lot of other characters appear. Like Captain America has appeared a couple of times in the later series. I think we saw Spider-Man and Daredevil even make a couple of quick cameos as well.
Yep.
So it's very much an X-Men universe that is based in a wider Marvel universe, but with a focus.
Yeah. And we're finding out more about other characters that are cool too, like Psylocke and Polaris and other characters too that we haven't had as much of in previous incarnations.
There are so many mutants. It's ridiculous.
We just need Wanda to come along. No more mutants.
I know, it's such an exciting series, and visually it's so beautiful and colorful and bombastic, and the fight sequences are really tight as well. I think I love seeing this kind of, I use air quotes for this 2D animation more than I would like, live action and CGI together. I think it translates so much better and more viscerally on the screen.
Yeah. Well, season 1 kind of went, let's just take your heart and rip it apart. And then season 2 went, yeah, hold my protective goggles. So it's like, my emotions, people, I can't handle this.
It is those big swings that they take all the time. And I just love it so much. This is I swear I haven't felt this excited for a Marvel property since like going back to 2012 and the first Avengers film.
Yeah. The Apocalypse, which is usually, as I said, a one-note villain, his lines in episode 4 are like a razor edge. They are so well written and just slicing through people. It's so good.
I mean, they definitely know who this is for at the moment.
Yeah.
We have I know, like there's been a little bit of controversy on the show with one creator, Beau DeMaio, who has a credit in the second season after there was talk about him being kicked off the first.
Yeah. And this is a really complicated one because he was removed from the series without full explanation as to why. And it eventually was said that there was some sexual misconduct, but there's been no sort of people come forward to back that up as well. So it's a complicated one to know what to understand.
There's also the talk that, DeMaio himself is very politically active, and, Disney seems to be navigating, trying to be neutral in a lot of political discussions, and are reluctant to really have two strong political figures on their side. But I know DeMaio seems to be back at the moment, and I feel like his edge is bringing a lot to this series. So in that regard, I'm glad. So
he's back in that his writing, which he did before the first season went to air, is back. He is not back at all. So he did all this writing ahead of his firing, and they're using that now. So I guess they've come to some sort of agreement for that to happen. So
fair enough.
Yeah.
I am glad in the sense because a lot of this series, and I'm glad they are using his writing, even though it sounds like there's a lot of bullshit around his firing.
Yeah.
But it does sound like they're still approaching this series in terms of narrative in a much more deliberate way than we've seen, like, say, in the MCU.
Yeah.
Which doesn't seem to know where it's going at the moment.
It definitely has much more of a feel. And it's just captured its past so well in its present. So I think that's one of its greatest strengths.
It's captured its past in its present and in its future.
Indeed.
Now, if you are interested, episodes 1 to 4 of the second season of X-Men 97 are streaming now on Disney Plus with its first season as well. And I'm presuming the classic 92 series as well.
It's there.
I would say stop, like if you're going to watch the 92 series, maybe stop after season 3. It gets a bit silly.
It does, yeah.
Yeah. A little less deliberate and a bit more, monster of the week in the
Jubilee's Fable Theatre. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. The less said the better. But X-Men 97, Disney Plus, new episodes dropping each Wednesday. Do check it out.